Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report. I am Rachel Vogel here with head softball coach Jay Miller, following a little bit of a tough week for the Pride. The Pride went 1-3 this week, dropped the series against Towson. But coach, the bats were pretty hot as always. But what's your opening thoughts on the week?
Well, disappointed. I thought we gave away a little bit too much defensively. Ended up costing us that last game especially. And we had some opportunities there and didn't take advantage of those. Again, that last game in particular, we got leadoff runners on most every inning that game, and couldn't push them across. So a little frustrating there. But we've got the possibility in our own hands here in the next couple of weeks, and we can certainly impact that.
So talk a little bit about Alexis Skokie. She was your top hitter for the second straight week. Didn't really see much time in the first half of the season, but really has come alive in the second half. What do you think has been working for her?
Well, she's starting to relax at the plate, and when she does that, she has success. I think she was pressing a little bit early in the year, and that got her into trouble a little bit, swinging at pitches that weren't very good for her to handle. Her discipline has been much better here the last few weeks, and she's seeing some great results because of that. And for us, we need somebody that can give us a little power in the lineup and drive in some runs. And she's given us that spark right now, and that's going to be big for us here the last few weeks of the season.
Another hitter who kind of came alive this past weekend was Casey Collins. She hit 500 this week, 5 for 10, 4 runs scored. She kind of maybe had a little bit of a slump, very short slump, but what has come alive for her lately?
Well, with her speed, if she gets the ball on the ground, she can make things happen. So that's what we've been working on with her. She gets in a little bit of a situation sometimes where she chases some high pitches and gets the ball up in the air, and that's when she struggles. So she's been able to use the ground to her advantage, use her speed to her advantage, and it makes things happen for us offensively.
And a big name this week, as always, almost it seems, is Megan Giordano. Had an outstanding week, a great series with 10 total RBIs in the week, and 8 in the series alone. With another home run, she was due for one. Talk a little bit about Megan.
Well, Meg's been a constant for us really all year since the first game. When she hit that 3-run home run against Oklahoma. So she's 3-4 hitter for us in our lineup. She drives in runs, and the good thing about Megan is she's very disciplined at the plate as well. She takes a lot of walks, and it's hard to see, or it's unusual to see a power hitter that walks as much as Megan does. So I think that's a good sign for her, not only for the rest of this year, but her future career.
And this past week, Megan gained a huge award from the NFCA, named to the top 25 Freshman of the Year. What does this mean not only for Megan, but for your program?
Well, it gives us national recognition, and gives Megan national recognition. And deservedly so, because that's something that she's earned, and hopefully, she can continue and make the top 10 or top 3 as well. So, but it's great for our program to get that recognition nationally. Sitting up here in the Northeast, you don't see that very often. So I think it's a big boost and a big feather in Meg's cap as well.
And one last thing, I think a lot of the Hofstra softball fans are a huge fan of your strategy, your aggressive strategy on the base paths. A lot of stolen bases this year. But Kristen Hallam just set a new school record this week for stolen bases in a single season. What do you think when you are giving the steal signs, and what is your strategy with that?
Well, we want to put pressure on the defense. If you put people in motion offensively, that creates holes in the defense. And so one, we're able to steal some bases. 2, we're able to open up some holes for our hitters to drive the ball through. So we don't have a lot of home run hitters in our lineup. So we've got to sort of manufacture runs and create runs other ways. That's a way for us to do that.
Well, you've certainly been successful in doing so. So looking forward to this coming weekend, series at UNCW, Saturday and Sunday. What are you looking for this week from the Pride?
Well, a little bit more consistent play defensively, and as we talk about each week, we need good solid pitching to keep us in a ball game. We need timely hitting, and we need to play good defense. So if we can do 2 of those 3, we're going to be successful and win games. So that's the key for us.
Well, it's certainly an important series, and we're definitely looking forward to it. So as I mentioned, the Pride is back in action this Saturday and Sunday at UNCW for a doubleheader on Saturday, single game on Sunday. And we'll look forward to it. Coach, thanks for joining me.
All right, thanks much.